This is an emergency episode of Get Blueshelled, where we talk about the Nintendo Direct that happened today, June 6th, where they unveiled a bunch of new Pokemon games. So make sure you listen to us on iTunes and Google Play, and enjoy this week's episode of Get Blueshelled. This is an emergency Get Blueshelled episode.
Whoa, what emergency?
Don't panic.
Don't panic. Hold your Mudsdales.
Oh, episode 26.5 emergency.
That was a 6.5. Too much mud.
Too much Dale.
Too much mud.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this is going to be a short episode, but it's important. You know why?
Why?
Because I got a fidget cube, and I love these things, and you're going to keep hearing noises throughout the entire podcast, so I apologize right now.
Wait, that was you?
I hear that.
Yeah, that was me. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to keep it under the table, but,
But you have
my
to play
ADD
with it.
gets so bad. Huh?
You have to play with it, though.
I have to play with it, so I apologize in advance. No, but really, today... Oh my god, wait, this clicks? Oh my god, no. Today we're going to be talking about the Pokemon Direct that happened. The infamous Pokemon Direct on
Oh my God.
June 6th.
What'd they
Wow.
say?
July it. Well, you know what? I'm sick of talking. So how about Ryan, why don't you name the 3 games that they discussed today?
All right, so the 3 games they talked about today that we will be going over.
You like that dynamic of me? Ryan, you gotta be excited.
I'm hyped.
Hype.
I'm
You don't
hyped.
sound hypoo.
Hypoo?
Hypoo.
Hypoo!
Waifu. All right, so we were talking about Pokken Tournament DX, Gold and Silver on the 3DS, and
Whoa.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Ultra.
All right, and I think there's one other thing that we need to point out, and that Ryan, why are you not hype
Uh-oh.
I'm hyped.
when your favorite Pokemon is about to come to the 3DS?
Oh my god.
For Alligator?
I mean, even though you can get Marie for, like, the all the other games, but yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Ryan's going to be I'm forcing Ryan to buy Gold and Silver, and then he's going to have a full team of 6 Mareep. Not even Ampharos. He's literally going to beat the champion with 6 Mareep. I have faith.
I'm not doing that.
You definitely can do it.
Challenge accepted.
I mean, Mareep's not my favorite.
I think it is, Ryan, but
It's in the top 10, but it's not the favorite.
Ryan, anyway, we can't sit here and dwell on Mareep. We only have a half hour
Ryan.
to talk about this.
Get your head
so
out
I'll
of the
fight
Mareep.
you later.
Get your head in the game.
Get your head out of the Mareep. All right, let's start off with the Pokemon game that nobody gives a poop about. Poop emoji. Pokken Tournament DX. Now, before we start talking about it, I want to say one thing. Does it bother anybody else that it's Pokken Tournament DX versus Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
It bothers
on
me
the
a little.
DX?
It does. It actually bothers me a little bit.
No, I didn't even think of that till now.
Yeah, no, the DX actually stands for Deluxe, like it's confirmed.
Oh.
And it says DX.
It kind of bothers me. It
Because they
makes no
gotta
sense.
be super cool about it.
It kind of triggers me, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm actually a little intrigued because I never liked the first Pokken. Just because, I mean, if I'm gonna play a fighting game, I'm gonna play Smash. But they are adding some new Pokemon to it and hopefully some new features. What do you guys think about it?
I pretty much disregarded it right away. I'm not really. Like, it's fine, but I get bored of fighting games that's not Smash, like, real easily. Like, I picked up Injustice not too long ago, and I already stopped playing that. So I imagine Pokken Tournament be basically the same thing, even though it has a nice Pokemon skin tied to it.
Now, like, honest question: if your friend had it and you can play split screen, by the way, it is confirmed. Would you actually be interested in trying it, or would you just be like, I'll play 1 or 2 matches and be done, or would you actually like sit down and play it?
You mean get it for myself or play his copy?
No. Like, if you would play his copy, like, would you actually think you would have fun?
Oh
playing
yeah, I think I'd have fun. I think it's more of a matter if it's worth like the $60 to me.
That's true. Yeah, that's a little bit expensive.
Yeah, like I'm sure I could have fun with it. Like it's basically the same logic among ARMS, where I'm like, yeah, I played the thing, it was fun, but it's not really for me.
Yeah. Ryan, what about you?
I actually completely agree with Mike in that I would, if a friend had it and I got my hands on it, I would try it. But I don't know if it's worth the price of admission. I'm not sure if I would pay like the full $60 for it because I'm not that intrigued. But I would try it. It looks nice, and I'm very glad to have a Pokemon game on the Switch because we're back to having Pokemon games on a console. However, I think it's maybe not what people were wanting, but we'll get more into that. Also, I think it took up a lot of time in the direct.
Well, I think, okay, so the leaks and the rumors before the direct actually went live was that it actually was going to be a Pokken Tournament direct. So, I know there are leaks and rumors, so you can't really, 100% believe them, but the hype around it was that it was going to be Pokken Tournament and that it was going to surprise you with a new Sun and Moon or with Diamond and Pearl remake. So, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't hoping for it, but you know what? I do think it makes a select group of fans happy.
Yeah, and at least we still got Sun and Moon in this direct, because if this was just strictly a direct about Pokken Tournament, that would have been the darkest timeline. People would have been screaming.
Man, that would have been bad. Like, people are mad now. Just imagine that.
Oh, God. I will say one thing that kind of pisses me off is that they included Decidueye and not Incineroar. Litten's a support Pokemon. You can't even play as it. And they put Decidueye in.
Oh, sorry, you go first, Ryan.
No, I just was to say that I mean, out of the 3 starters in Alola, Decidueye is my favorite. But I have to agree with Nicole, though, logically. Like, if you're going to have a fighting game and you put in the Archer Owl versus the Wrestling Cat, I mean, that's a little bit of a missed opportunity there.
I do want to say one thing before you go, Mike, because I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
But Decidueye, okay, it's an Archer Owl. It's exactly what you said. Why is it doing close combat with its wings? That's what pisses me off. If you're going to have an Archer, like some type of range thing, that's cool. I'm fine with that. But don't make it like a melee combat fighter when you literally have a Wrestling Cat.
Right.
Like, literally. But okay, go, Mike. I'm done.
So, I was going to say anything in the chat because I was just going to save it for the podcast, but I think it's a lot better that they brought in Decidueye over Incineroar. Like, a lot better.
Uh-oh.
I'm
I thought
sorry.
you were going to say Primarina.
Primarina should be in everything. You know that. That was the obvious answer.
I'll pass.
Oh my god, I feel cheated. I
know,
don't know
I'm sorry.
what to say.
Because it definitely does make more sense for Incineroar, but Decidueye is the much more, unique option.
It's also the most popular starter of the thing.
Ryan, let's not lie to Nicole here.
But okay, listen, Decidueye has its place in the TCG. Like, Incineroar is middle of the pack, and below. And Primarina, hello, are you even in the TCG? You're so bad. Decidueye is one of the best decks right now. No, I'm sorry, but Primarina is trash.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Mike.
Well,
Yeah.
Incineroar didn't make it the Pokken Tournament.
I didn't even see Poplio. At least I saw a Litten. So
I don't know, poor Poplio.
But
son.
anyway, I don't really want to spend too much time on Pokken, but this does bring up a very interesting topic, and I was talking to you guys a little bit about it in the chat. But aside from Sun and Moon, aside from Gold and Silver, aside from possible DP remakes, if there were any other Pokemon games, like spin-offs, which ones would you have liked to see, and which ones would have pissed you off? Now,
Question of the
personally, I'll
week.
just start it off. Question of the week. I actually would have loved to see a mystery dungeon or a Rumble Blast, personally. I know they're super cash, but I like those games. I would have loved to see one of those. What about you guys? Ryan, why don't you go?
I agree with Mystery Dungeon as a spin-off. I am not a fan of the Rumble series at all, so I would not have liked that. And then, obviously, we said this in a different podcast, it's never going to happen again, but I would have liked to see another, XD Coliseum-esque thing.
Yeah, that would be great on the Switch, honestly.
Or Snap, too.
Yeah. I was surprised you didn't say Snap, Nicole.
You know what? I forgot. I had a long day. Mike, what games would you have liked to see?
My vote's on Pokemon Coliseum.
Yeah.
I just to
hold
have
on,
it
a
on
port
the
or a
big
new
screen.
one?
Oh, it has to be a new one.
Okay, yeah.
It has to be a new one. It has to not be like the stupid Revolution one that happened on the Wii. That was a bad one.
I want to stick up for Revolution.
Okay.
Because I actually played a lot of Revolution.
Uh-huh.
Listen, it wasn't by any means a good game, and it obviously was not XD or Coliseum, but I did have fun with it. For a while. I actually used to, Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that came out right before a summer break, and I used to play it every day when I came home from camp.
Really?
I would just level up my Pokemon.
You're correct.
And what was cool is that my group of friends were really big on Diamond and Pearl, and so we kept battling each other on the train, and then I'd take those Pokemon and port them into Battle Revolution and then play people online, and my character was lit with gear and stuff. It was cool. I liked it.
No, see, that's cool, but Pokemon Coliseum had stuff like that, and just had so many more features on top of that. of what
That's
like
true.
Revolution had. So like I definitely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like I definitely want to see like more of that. I want Pokken Tournament to just somehow evolve into Coliseum where you could battle people online and create your character and stuff.
That would be amazing. Which reminds me, Ryan, I might have to borrow your Battle Revolution because I think I sold it. Whoops.
You can.
I
sell most of my games that I don't beat. You think that there's a lot of games that I don't beat that I could still have the potential to beat, but most of them I just sell. So there's that. All right, let's move on to Gold and Silver on the 3DS. Now, this is something I'm not like super hype about it. I'm probably gonna end up getting it, but I'm excited. But then again, it's not the same as having like Red and Blue come back because it's like, oh my god, it's the first game coming back. And Gold and Silver was great, don't get me wrong, but man, people are pissed that there's no Crystal.
Yeah, you honestly, they always say you can't make everyone happy, but this was true with this direct. I mean, people were like, oh, Gold and Silver is great, but then you have those naysayers who are like, but no Crystal? Crystal's the definitive version. What happened to that? So I thought it was a nice touch. I agree with you that I probably would get it if it's at the same cheap price that Red and Blue were at. So I will probably get it with you, and I think that it added some nice surprises to direct, but I think people need to calm down that it's not Crystal.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you guys play Crystal?
Yes. I borrowed yours. I think I borrowed yours.
Didn't.
I don't own Crystal, Ryan, so you couldn't have borrowed mine.
Oh, then whose did I steal?
You borrowed my Silver.
Oh, right.
I never
Mike,
played
did you?
Crystal. No.
Okay, so I played Crystal once, and I was able to get it on my computer, and I played it really fast, and I beat it in like 2 hours, because you can play it on like hyperspeed, so you just fly through everything.
Right.
But it was actually really fun, and I don't know. I feel like when I was younger and Crystal was the new game, I feel like nobody bought it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like no one.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it wasn't a thing that it wasn't that popular. But apparently people love Crystal.
I didn't know
Did
that.
it have a different storyline? I don't remember.
It's because that it has the same main storyline as Gold and Silver, but the big selling point is that you get to go back to Kanto again and get the original 8 badges. That's like the main.
You could do that
Well,
in
yeah,
Gold and
you do
Silver.
that in
No,
Gold and
you
Silver.
no, you cannot. do that in Gold and Silver.
100%, Ryan. 100%. I will fight you for this. You definitely can. I didn't mean that to sound that extreme.
Wait, you can?
I am
you can.
100% sure, Ryan, in Gold that you could
Yeah,
get.
Ryan, I'm sorry. Maybe there's a different end game difference, Ryan, but it's definitely not going back to Kanto because all 3 games can do that.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was wrong then.
Sorry, Ryan.
Sorry.
Remember, you go back and you fight Red in the mountain.
That was like the whole big thing about the games in general.
I got stuck going back to Kanto. I didn't know how to get there. I only did Sabrina, Misty, and Brock. I think I couldn't figure out how to go anywhere else.
Oh, really?
Because like everything's always closed off, and I just gave up because you know me.
no. It's just Nicole.
And when I went back with Heart Gold Soul Silver, though, I am stuck on Giovanni, so I'm very close.
Ah.
No cigar. And Ryan, you were mentioning this too before. Some people don't see the purpose for this when we already have Heart Gold Soul Silver, but I would like to point out, and I'm going to let you talk about it in a second, that is still the DS version that's not 3DS. And I know that Nintendo likes to keep the ability to be able to send Pokemon from one game to another, and currently it would be impossible or just a very, very, very tedious process to get from Heart Gold Soul Silver onto your 3DS. And now that everything's getting the Pokebank feature, I think this was a smart move.
Right, and I completely agree with everything you said. Just going off of what I saw in the comments, and once again, I don't know how correct people are or not, but this is just what I saw. People were saying that Red and Blue was a big deal, obviously because it's the first generation and like the whole nostalgia thing. But also, if you remember, Red and Blue was on the Game Boy Color, and then even Fire Red and Leaf Green were on the Game Boy. So you really couldn't play it on a 3DS. People were making the argument, and I'm not sure if I agree with them, but people were making the argument that, oh, I could just play Heart Gold Soul Silver on my 3DS because it's like backwards compatibility with the DS. So that's what people were saying. I don't agree with that, but that's what I saw.
Not on the new 3DS, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I mean,
Maybe on the
come on.
original 3DS.
How many people own a new 3DS, though? I own it, but like, come on.
But you know what it is? And those people are wrong for the sheer reason. Yes, you can play it, but you can't transfer your Pokemon.
Unless these are the casuals saying that, because the casuals don't care about
The
doing
damn cages. They
Well,
don't
you guys
know what's going on.
You guys know the big thing when you transfer Pokemon over from like the newer original versions, like with Red and Blue, right?
you can't transfer them back, right?
No, it's when you get the remakes and you transfer them over to like Sun and Moon, for example, they have like 3 perfect IVs and like the hidden ability.
What?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
I never
I
got
realize that.
Red and Blue, so I don't know exactly how it works
I
or the
need-
exact details, but it's something like that.
I need a perfect shiny for alligator boys. If anybody can get me that, I would live you forever.
Listen,
Like,
I got you a rare Tapu Lele. You already love me forever.
Oh my god, Mike, really quick, I had Ryan open up some Pokemon packs, and he got me max rarity, a max potion, and then he got me a Rainbow Rare Sylveon, or Tapu Lele. In total,
Oh, wow.
in real life, is over $120.
Oh, my God. Good work, Ryan.
See, Mike,
Yeah, I mean,
this
they're
is what I'm
not real life
saying.
versions,
Same thing with the
but-
loot boxes. When I'm with you, I bring you
Yeah,
good
you
luck.
just have to be there.
So, Ryan, I'm going to pay for you to come out here and open up my next packs for me.
All right, fly me out there.
Ryan out.
Get set up a Patreon so Ryan can open up my
We got
packs
the next
for me.
Patreon going, guys.
Okay, so are you guys going to get gold and silver?
Possibly.
I have no intention of getting it.
Even if it's $10?
Possibly.
I still don't have an intention of getting it, and I'll state right here, Gold and Silver is my favorite Pokemon game, but I still don't really plan on getting
Wow.
it. Yeah, because I don't
Ryan-
know. I don't
oh,
want to
go
go
ahead.
through the. I just feel like it's too old to really enjoy it. Like if it's Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I would go through it.
Too old to enjoy? What are you trying to say? Red and
No,
Blue is the
sorry,
best
it's
Pokemon
He just
game.
called you old.
No, it's good. It's just I don't want to crawl at a snail's pace through the whole game.
But that's the whole thing with nostalgia and everything. You're supposed to look past all the problems with
No.
the game and just love it for what it is and then say it's better than everything else.
But I could play Heart Gold and Soul Silver and run and have Pokemon follow me while
But it's
I'm running.
not the same!
Ah!
Alright, enough of this. Ryan, are you getting gold and silver? And your answer better be yes, and you're gonna get 6 Mareeps.
Yes.
And,
What about the Mareeps?
Yes.
and
Oh, Ryan. Just admit it. It'll be a nice challenge for you.
I'm just saying yes so we can move on.
Anyway,
But you
alright,
said
I will
yes.
probably be getting it, and I will be using a Totodile. in
I
case
was going to
anybody
say,
was
who are you starting with? But I
curious.
know the answer is going to be... I knew that was the answer.
I actually, really quick, in the direct, there was a Totodile plushie, and it was the cutest thing I think I've ever seen.
All right, we'll go to the city and we'll get you one. Don't worry.
yes.
Thank you.
We'll take a
All
trip.
right.
We'll fly us all out to the city,
Patreon, fly all of
Patreon.
us out to the city.
even though 2 of us go to the city for work.
I literally work in the city. Alright, so let's just talk about the elephant. Wait, are there any elephant Pokemon? The Varuta in the room.
There you
Nicole,
go.
wait.
But,
Nicole,
bumps.
you know that there's an elephant Pokemon.
Who?
Fanfi?
Oh my god, you're right. Alright, let's talk about the Fanfi in the room, okay? Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon were announced. Before we
Ultra.
talk about anything,
Yes.
what do you think about the names?
I feel like it's something that maybe I'll grow to like more, but as of right now, I'm very neutral because I think it's more creative than just calling them Sun 2 or Moon 2 if this is the way that they're going, but I'm not sure if I like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Mike?
I don't know what it's supposed to mean, really. I'm with Ryan, though. I'm very neutral towards it.
So if they give you guys an explanation as to why it's called Ultra Moon, then you would be okay with that?
Yeah, because if you think about it, they could have went with stars, but they chose to do Sun and Moon again, which is reminiscent of Black 2, White 2, and obviously that's not their creative calling it 2, so if they explain it to me, maybe I would like the Ultra a little bit more.
Okay. Well, I am on the other side. I actually really like it. Right off the
yeah.
bat.
There you go.
Just because it reminds me of the Alpha and Omega that they did with Ruby and Sapphire, which, didn't make any sense until you played the game, so I have faith that they'll make the Ultra work, but I don't know. I like the word Ultra. Ultra Sun. You've never heard any of that Pokemon. Ultra Moon.
I have a couple of theories, but we'll save
Ultra
that for...
Ball, but...
I have a couple of theories why it's called Ultra, but we'll save that for the later section.
Okay, yeah, well, you guys saw the Legendaries had, Necrozma plate
Yes.
on it?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. It's kind of like what they did with Black and White, too.
Yeah, I like the redesigns a lot, actually.
Yeah, I like
That
them,
I can
and
get
they
on board.
and I don't know if you guys know this, they actually have meaning already. So we don't
do you
know.
mean?
Well, so we don't know obviously why this is happening. We'll figure it out in the game. But apparently, Necrozma's ability is called Prisma Armor, and obviously, Solgaleo and Lunal look like they're wearing Necrozma armor.
Interesting.
So people are wondering what this means. But it makes sense that Necrozma's ability is armor, and they look like they're wearing Necrozma.
Can you can catch Necrozma in the first game, right?
Yes.
You don't have to hack for it?
Nope,
Okay.
you can catch it post game.
cool.
Yeah.
This reminds me of, like I was saying, Black and White 2.
Oh, exactly.
And one of the things that people are excited about or not excited about, because nobody knows what's going on, people really want this to be a sequel like Black and White 2 is, because we didn't really get that with... Actually, did we get a third game for X and Y?
No.
No, we didn't.
It
we were waiting.
was
We were
just
waiting
X
for
and Y,
Z.
right?
Yeah, we were waiting for Z, but it never happened.
So people are hoping that this is going to be like Black and White 2, which I think we all generally liked here. I mean, I know it had its issues, don't get me wrong, but I thought it was pretty fun. I didn't beat it, but it was fun.
No, I like Black 2 and White 2, and I see some similarities with this because, and Nicole, and I know I'm going to get some flack from Nicole right here,
Oh, no.
but like I said last podcast, I don't like Kyurem's design, but I like Kyurem more when it's combined with Zekrom and Reshiram, and I completely agree with that here again, where I don't like Necrozma's design at all, but I like it when it's combined with the legendaries again.
Yeah, the combining stuff is cool.
Yeah. And then we can go over this, but so the trailer, when you listen to what Masuda had to say about it, he was like, oh, they're combined with Necrozma, and like it has like new features and stuff, and people were trying to speculate like what the deal with these mixed Pokemon are. And people were starting to compare it to Black 2 and White 2. We're saying, oh, are we going to have DNA splicers again? Who is the villain? Colress was in Sun and Moon, so is Colress involved somehow? So I'm really excited to see what is going to come.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about Colress. Mike, go ahead. I cut you off. I'm lagging a bit, so I apologize.
So, what was the original question? So I want to get excited for it. It's just I really hope it's not like a Crystal or Platinum type thing. I really want like a sequel to it. I don't want like a reimagining of the story, because I feel like that's just going on the same tread there, like treading the same road, whatever the hell the expression is.
Yeah.
So I'm very skeptical at this point for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Also, it should have been called Lunar Eclipse and Solar Eclipse. So missed opportunity.
I would have been fine with that, actually.
Yeah,
That's
I
actually
agree.
really good.
I agree. But I actually think that I'm a little skeptical as well, but based on seeing fan theories, because even though fan theories aren't confirmed, they have a lot of potential. Like, people called things from Sun and Moon even before the game was released, even though it was very clear to see that Lusamine was obviously evil.
Right.
but seeing these fan theories give me a lot of hope for this game, because people are judging it way too fast, and I'm sure we'll get into this, but people are not happy with this game.
Yeah.
The exact words from Masuda were, these games offer an alternate story taking place in the world of Sun and Moon, and people were like, well, he didn't say new story, he didn't say, oh, like a separate thing. He said an alternate story, so people were like, is this a new timeline?
That's what got me scared, honestly.
No, but Mike, think about how cool this would be. Like, imagine if it's the same game, but it's an alternate timeline. Like, imagine this. I saw this one theory, I forgot who said it. I want to give them credit, but I completely forgot. If I remember, I'll put it in the comments. They had this amazing theory, which I think would be really cool, because it would change the whole game. So, quick spoilers for anyone who hasn't beaten Sun and Moon, and I'll try to keep this rant short, because I know we're on time limits. Sun and Moon happened because Lusamine's husband, Mon, was researching the Ultra Wormholes, and he disappeared one day, and then she went crazy trying to find him, which is why she's evil.
I didn't even know that, and I played the entire game.
Okay. Come on, Nicole.
Okay. All right. Well,
I didn't know it was about the husband. I thought she was just crazy and obsessed.
No, she went crazy because she wanted to find her husband.
I thought she wanted to wear that Nihilego thing as like a fashion statement.
Because she went crazy. But that's why the whole story happened. That's why Lily steals Nebby. That's why Gladion joins Team Skull. So that whole thing starts the whole story. So people were like, and I think this is an amazing fan theory, what if the whole story is alternate because that never happened? What if the husband never disappeared, Lusamine never turned evil, like Gladion never joined Team Skull, Lily never ran away?
That's actually really interesting.
See, if it's like that, I could get behind.
And then,
sure.
so that was amazing, but then they were also like, what if in addition, like, something else changed in the universe and Guzma never... Because remember, Guzma's backstory was that he wanted to become a trial captain, but he never could. Yeah. What if he's now a captain? So, like, what if everything is now changed? I think that would be really cool.
What if Kukui's available? I would totally be
What
down
if
with that.
Kukui's the bad guy? How about that?
No, as long as he's single, I don't care. Anyway, that's actually a very interesting theory, and that would be more along the lines of Black and White, too.
Exactly, which is what I hope.
Even though it's the same world, maybe it's not quite the brand new story of Black and White 2, but, like, you see the comparisons, and I think that would be really cool. To be honest, I didn't really enjoy the Sun and Moon storyline that much. It definitely picked up, don't get me wrong, once you find out about the Lucamine being the mom thing and all that other stuff, spoilers. That part on was really good, but I think generally the community seems to not, like, the story is definitely like a 6, I think, in terms of what the community is feeling. I spent a lot of time today reading forum posts and watching videos and stuff, and that's like one of people's biggest complaints.
Yeah.
That, and they just don't feel as invested in Sun and Moon as they did in previous
But to be
games.
fair, and Shady Penguin brought this up, to be fair though, and even though I completely agree, most people don't play Pokemon for the story. I mean, we play it for like the gameplay mechanics and the Pokemon and the adventure. I mean, the story is a bonus, but we don't play it for a story. We play Zelda, or we play those games for a story. We don't play Pokemon for a story.
Yeah, but you know what? At the same time, like, even though my expectations for stories are low, what do people complain about the most with Black and White 1? The story. Because it makes no sense. I'm sorry. You know I love N and Gets This and all that other stuff, but, like, the story was so dumb. At least with Team Rocket, it was clear. They were thugs. They wanted to steal Pokemon and take over. You know, Team Magma and Aqua, even though I thought their story was a little bit weaker, they had they, like, believed in each of the legendaries and wanted to take them over, blah, blah, blah. I can't even tell you what happened with Hoenn, but
that was
Black
Hoenn.
and White. What?
That was Hoenn.
What? Just nothing going on?
No. Hoenn was...
sorry, not Hoenn. I'm sorry. I meant
Sinnoh.
Gold and Silver.
Well, no, Gold and Silver was also Team Rocket. It was an
No,
extension.
you know what I meant. I'm looking at Diamond and Pearl, and I keep saying the wrong ones. Diamond and Pearl. I can't even tell you what happened in that one.
That was about, and that one once again was weird, but it made sense. Like Cyrus thought this world was imperfect, and he wanted to take over Dialga and Palkia to create a new world.
That one at least made sense, but like Black and White was dumb. X and Y wasn't bad.
Hey, and listen, wait. Quick side note: no matter how bad Plasma's goal was, everything's better than Team Flare. Team Flare sucked.
We could all agree on that one.
You're right. Team Flare sucked, but I didn't think the story was that bad overall. Like, I mean, it wasn't good. But
no, agreed. But like Team Flare, their design, was awful.
I liked Lysander.
There was no Flare.
It's alright.
But anyway, okay, and then so I mean, whatever. Sun Moon had a lot of problems, but let's talk about the potential new game. So, just because we do have to wrap this up, so we're gonna kind of quickly go through every bullet point. Are you upset that it's not on the Switch, and do you think it was okay to expect it to be on the Switch?
Really quickly, I think it was a big expectation. I know that most people wanted it because people are overall not happy right now. Once again, I think people are jumping the gun way too much because we barely know anything. But I think that it could have been on the Switch, but I don't know if it was going to. I think people saw that one rumor and clung to it. And I think that it was a little too presumptuous to believe it was automatically going to go to the Switch, especially because just like with Black 2 and White 2, the 3DS was out, but they chose to keep it on the DS, and they're keeping this one on the 3DS. So I think that people just saw the rumor and got way too attached, and I think that it's not a big deal. I think it's still going to be fun. Pokemon's a handheld game. People just were overreacting that it wasn't on the Switch.
Mike, I want to hear your thoughts.
So my biggest thing about it, and this is directly ties into why I'm very skeptical about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, is I'm convinced they're actually working on a Switch game right now, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is just to tie us over. That's why I don't think Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon itself is going to be that big.
That makes sense. Now, okay, when you say that they're working on a Pokemon Switch game, do you think it's going to be the Diamond Pearl remakes, or do you think it's the next generation?
I could see it going either way. I'm like 50-50 on each one.
Yeah, I'm about the same.
It could go 50-50, but I think that, and I showed you guys this in our chat, somebody posted a trend that's been going on. So like with the DS, we had new gen with Diamond and Pearl, then remake of Heart Gold Soul Silver, Black and White 2.
Right.
3DS is now X and Y, remake of ORAS, Sun and Moon 2. So if this is the trend that Game Freak is going towards, and obviously Game Freak could always decide to break tradition, if this is the path that they continue to go, and this would make us have to wait a little bit longer for DP remakes, but if the same path continues, it could be like Switch. It could be Gen 8, remake of Diamond and Pearl 9. So if it follows the same pattern, I think Gen 8 might be next before the DP, which I'd be upset about.
I'm definitely on board with you, Ryan. The only thing I'm afraid of is since this is going to be the first time on an actual console, I could see them just using Diamond and Pearl just to get their foot. to get their
That's
footing.
fine. I don't care. As long as we get Diamond Pearl, I don't care.
No, that's what I was just going to say, because you can spend more of your development time on the port itself and, like, the new mechanics versus you don't have to design new Pokemon and design the game from the ground up, like a new world and new characters. Like, you have like 80% of it there. You only need to do the 20%, which is, like, the updating of the graphics.
Like, you got to rebuild everything, which sort of sucks, but you already have, like, the template going.
Yeah. Now, something else that I also wanted to bring up is that another pattern, I guess, of Game Freak is that they take a few years to release a Pokemon game on a new system. So like you were saying earlier, like Black and White 2 came out with the 3DS, but it was still on the DS, and it was like towards the end of the DS cycle. So I do think expectations were a little high. I mean, hey, you can always have hope. Like, I was really hoping for Diamond and Pearl remakes, but am I going to be upset that I didn't get it and be like, oh, I'm going to return Sun and Moon? Like, you know, like, I think people are they expect way too much.
That's 100% it.
Cool. And then one other thing is that they also said featuring Pokemon that didn't appear in the original versions. So do they mean new Pokemon, new Alola forms, or is this like the legendary hybrids?
I think that, and obviously I would love more new Pokemon because I'm in the mindset that giving us 70 new Pokemon for X and Y, giving us 75 new Pokemon for Sun and Moon is too little for a new generation. I think it should be at least 90 in my opinion. And then I think the opposite, where Black and White was 150, which I think is way too much because some of them are bad. So I think Garbodor. So I think, in my opinion, and I don't know if I'm asking too much from Game Freak, but I think you just give us a straight 100 each gen or a straight 90, and I'm okay with that. 70 is a little bit too low. But when Masuda said featuring new Pokemon that didn't appear in the original, I think he actually was referring to Pokemon that, like, old Pokemon that weren't in Alola, because the Alola Dex only had like 300 Pokemon in it.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that.
I'm thinking it's more returning Pokemon. But I would love new Pokemon though, obviously.
Mike?
Yeah, I agree. I would be very surprised if there's new Pokemon. I'm hoping the best case scenario is that there's Alolan forms of old Pokemon.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
I'll take that. I will take that.
Alolan Totodile.
Give us Alolan starters. Imagine. Like the original starters.
Actually, that would be cool.
All right, we're gonna make Totodile grass. We're gonna make Chikorita fire. We're gonna make Cyndaquil water.
Totodile fire. I want a fire croc.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think we pretty much hit it. I think it might be new Alolan Pokemon, and I think it might be alluding to maybe some new Ultra Beasts. Because, I mean, the portals are still open, right? As in this end of... Actually, no, I guess if it's an alternate timeline, maybe the portals are open in the alternate timeline. Maybe it's like a Korra thing where, you know, the spirit world is just always connected because, you know, Korra and things are just going in and out, so...
Yeah, and then one last thing before we move on to the final bullet point. A quick take. Yes or no? People are saying this because, one, it would be amazing. Two, because of Lily's ending in Sun and Moon. Are we going to see Kanto in some capacity? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
I'm very doubtful. I'm gonna secretly hope though.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen because that's a lot to ask for the 3DS to handle 2 whole regions.
Oh
like
no,
that.
I don't think we'll get the whole region. I would think like a tease of it or something, or you spend like
honestly
like a city.
I could see. Yeah, I mean, even if, and I would love this, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Even if we just go to Vermilion City and Lily's in the harbor, I would be fine with that.
Yeah, I'd be okay with like a visit like that to see Lily. But again, remember, this is an alternate timeline, so maybe she...
Exactly. I love this new theory.
That's why I wanted to see.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't need to visit her. Yes. But anyway, okay, so to wrap this up, because we are ending this now, we're out of time. Are you guys getting Ultra Sun and Moon?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm waiting for more details, honestly. Because I never...
But Mike, the main series game, we have to get it.
I never get remakes. Small fact.
Oh,
like
I always
Crystal,
do.
I don't get
Platinum.
You know I didn't get whatever the hell other ones were.
No, I completely agree with you. Here's the thing. I always buy the third game. This is actually the first one that I'm not hyped to buy. I do like Ultra Sun and Moon, and there's probably like a good 80% chance that I'm still going to end up getting it, But normally I'm like, oh my god, I need it. I've been waiting so long for a new Pokemon game. Unless these guys really sell it to me with new features, I'm probably gonna skip out on it because I have other games to play.
Honestly, I think I'm better than both of you. No, not better.
You're better.
I think.
Well, you are.
No, I think
1v1 me FD, no items. Foxy Fox.
No, I think that I'm actually more excited than both of you are. I would not say that I'm hyped, because obviously I would have liked to see DP, but I'm in the same boat as Mike where I'm cautiously optimistic. I think I'm going to get it no matter what, and I believe that more details will cement my decision.
Yeah. So my biggest thing is, because the reason I don't really get the remakes is because, like, I play Pokemon mostly for, like, the adventure. I like exploring the new places, meeting all the new Pokemon.
Yeah.
But that's why I wanted a sequel in the first place, to see how everything evolved, because, like, Alolan's big thing was that it's like, oh yeah, it's brand new, but it's, like, slowly evolving. And I'm like, oh man, imagine going 5 years, the place would probably be completely different. But if it's, like, a retelling of the same story, that got me worried, because it's just, I don't want to retread the same ground.
See, I don't think it's going to be, though. I think they use that wording of an alternate story to really sell us that this is not going to be just a third version, because
that's what I'm hoping
they have
for.
So much potential. If they have a whole different timeline because all the events were changed, that changes the whole story of Sun and Moon. Imagine if this is an alternate timeline, but 2 years after Sun and Moon, and the trial system is now dead and we have gyms back. Like, they could do so much potential with this game.
Yeah, that's why I definitely want more details. I'm fine with the trial forms, but if they, like, I guess did it better, I would say, is a simple way, but because I did like the trials, but I wanted, like, more from it.
Yeah, you know what it is, and this is going to be the last thing because we do have to close it. I have the similar problem with other games like World of Warcraft. I enjoy doing new game systems. I enjoy playing through it once, seeing like, oh, okay, wow, I have trials instead of gyms. That's cool. Do I want to do it a second time, though? Even though I enjoyed it the first time, I don't want to do it the second time. Like with World of Warcraft, I like having a weapon that I level up over 6 months at a time. Do I really want to do that on 6 different characters? No, Blizzard, I don't want to do that. Stop forcing it down my throat. Like, please, it's so irritating.
Please understand.
Like, please understand that I don't have all the time in the world to grind out 6 characters. But whatever, that was my rant. Okay, so thanks guys for watching or listening. Let us know if you're gonna get Ultra Sun and Moon,
Question of the week,
or Gold and Silver, or Pokken Tournament, or anything like that. Yeah, and of course, leave a comment below, leave a like, share with your friends, follow us on Chat Engine, iTunes, Google Play Music. You can email us at getblueshelled@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at getblueshelled on Twitter, at btsid on Twitter, at winthywhip on Twitter, at 4lens on Twitter. And we'll see you next episode.
So impressive.
We'll see you next episode.
Bye!
We have too much social media.